Greetings and welcome back once again to, you guessed it, Gettysburg. And I don't know why I put so much emphasis on the name there, but hey-ho. Where we left off, we had pretty much driven them out of the town now, and we were trying to drive them onto the hill, onto Cemetery and Culp's Hill. Anderson was arriving at Hare Ridge with Edward Johnson's division starting to make its march down the Chambersburg Pike. Otherwise, nothing really else major. So let us see what my opponent has done to counteract what's going on. Hello. Cavalry. Well, not cavalry, I think that's just an officer and his escort. So that's probably Sickles, maybe Hancock. Ooh. More Federals arriving and taking up positions. So who is this, I wonder? 12th, maybe? Does make me wonder. Cutler. Hello. 50-odd men. I don't know who they belong to, but they are heading towards Wolf Hill.
The rebels from their homes are compelled to go and stay in the woods, in the bushes, stick and blow. For if they go home and their attempt to stay, the Federals will come and force them away. Then away from their homes, away they will be, away from their homes in their
That I know is Iron Brigade. Meredith and Cutler, so yeah. Facing a combined Meredith and Cutler's brigade there.
Away from their sweethearts they have to stay, and lay in the woods by night and by day. For if by the Federals they should capture thee, they will be carried to the penitentiary. Then away from their homes, away they
He's putting more forces forward.
from their homes in their own country, where the rose is in bud and the blossoms on the tree, and the lark is singing home to North Missouri.
Oof.
song is almost ended, and since it is so, back to the wars with all speed I must go, with my gun in my hand and my jacket.
So they routed, which I'm glad they
Dear
did.
friends, I must bid you adieu, then away from my home.
So let's have a look, see. Reinforcements have arrived. 13 units undisrupt out of 19. 5 units rallied out of 8. No one recovers. 2 units rout, which is those boys, those Georgians, and then those North Carolinians. And then 3 units resupplied. So,
when the war is over, I will return to thee, and we will get married if we can agree.
so in this case, let's start up here
Wedlock's happy band.
and get Jenkins continuing to charge down the Carlisle Road.
Home soon, home we will be. Home dearest home in this our country, where the rose
Anderson,
and the blossoms on the tree, and the lark is singing home to North Missouri.
if you're wondering why it's sort of freezing and everything, it's because of the way I'm giving the order. As it processes the march of the whole column. Whereas if I did it with just that, nice and quick. So, the choice is, what do I do with Anderson now that he's here? I'm not going to attack with him, but the question is, where do I place him? Do I place him where he was historically? Which is here. Or do I try and keep him hidden for now? Basically keep him hidden behind on Hare's Ridge. Yeah, I think I will. I'll basically shimmy up the column a bit. But I'm basically going to keep him sort of hidden on Hare Ridge for now. Now we'll bring it, Steward. We can do 6, so... Yeah, I don't mind having a gap between the lead parts of the column and the back of it. That's fairly realistic. Walker with the Stonewall Brigade. And finally, let's bring on the guns of Latimer's Battalion. Lee Virginia Artillery. What's that? Ooh, 20-pounder Parrot. That's a good gun. And then there's the divisional wagon of Johnson. Again, he's going to basically sit there to keep an eye on things. He is obviously keeping an eye on over here to ensure no surprise Federal Corps march onto my flank. So I think it's time to just do the regular old troops. Alright, scales. Gonna try and rally them. Thomas rather. Pull back behind the ridge. You boys will actually be doing the same. You're just going to pull back to there instead. As we basically start to look at sort of reorganising the division. Archer can continue to fall back over there to regroup. These guns, the Fredericksburg guns, are actually going to limber up and head down into that dip, into the dip. Davis goes there, you go there. Turnabout and form line. Now, sidestep dolls a bit. You can go there, you can stay there. We'll do all this in a second with the artillery and such. But damn, that is a lot of federal guns up there. That is not a pretty sight. My big concern now, then, is not so much turn them up there. Shoot them while I'm at it. Gordon. I'm basically going to pull back Hayes's Louisiana Brigade. To where it is for now. Ooh. I would have to get there to be under the guns. I think, for the most part, the Corps is gonna... The army is effectively gonna start calling an end to the day. They are going to start building, so many of them are going to start building the breastworks for the morning. because just in case the Federals do something really radical, because I have been caught off guard by sudden radical things before. So I'm not gonna risk it this time. Besides, the situation's not strictly historical, so I shouldn't try and keep to the historical narrative. That was way too many guns committed to that by accident. Oh well. Let us... You are out of range. Yeah, I mean, what's that? There's at least 5 guns up there, so that's probably... So, 9 guns there. There's going to be at least 12 guns there. Well, let's think. 2, 4, 6. Yeah, probably 12 guns there, 6 guns there, 8 guns there, 3 guns there. Oof. More guns, more guns, more guns. Still, the positioning of everything is going to be rather interesting, given the whole I'm not perfectly aligned along here, and he's got this position down here. So the battle might not even take place down here for day 2. Who knows? You are going to change facing. You are going to start building breastworks, as will you. To basically cover my position on Benner's Hill. Burnt through most of my wagons on day 1. That is quite painful. It's a rebel minor victory for the moment. Just strictly in points terms, which, well, I could simply switch to the defensive, but I'm not going to for tomorrow. My plan is to slowly is probably to bring Longstreet with the 1st Corps down here, and given how he's positioned, to just drive this way towards the clump of trees. What else could I do with him? The road system sort of drives me here, otherwise I have to go all the way round down here to then march back up via either the Emmetsburg or the Tawny Town Road. It would certainly be unexpected for me to do that, but I think it would also take far, far too long. I would like to know who these fresh Federals are. My guess is 12th Corps? But I'm not sure. Let's bring up the rest of the divisional guns. The rest of Early's divisional guns, and we'll start placing them around Benner's Hill. As for Rhodes's divisional guns, will likewise start to shift upwards. And then the Jefferson Davis and the King William Virginia batteries will shift up here to the rail line and then unlimber, so that they'll blast up here when the time comes. We'll do this and make sure he sees me doing it as well. Get rid of you. Right, you can't because you're disrupted. Rhodes, you're going to shift to the hotel, because from the hotel you can effectively command your whole division. And then Ramsar, you're going to stay where you are, but I'm actually going to spread you out a bit more. I think that does it very nicely. So, is there anything else? Longstreet? No, no. I don't think there's anything else that really needs to move. Brockenbauer, no. Nope, I guess that is that. So, I hope you have enjoyed as always, as we come towards the end of July 1st. So, we got 2 hours essentially before July 1st ends. Not really long enough to do anything with, so I'm basically calling off the day's action, because Johnson will not arrive until... He's not going to arrive until maybe 8 o'clock. Anderson has, quote, arrived, but again, not enough daylight to really do anything with. So, we will wait until the morrow. Still, for everything, I'm actually very happy with the day's progress. I've lost 4,500 men and 2 generals, of course, that's the bad part. 4 guns. But the Federals, between his cavalry and his infantry, have lost just as much men, more guns. So I am very happy with it. So for now, I thank you all for watching once again, and I will see you all very, very soon. So until then, bye-bye for now.